today I have a channeled reading. I will be pulling some cards for you, and I hope that you feel called to stay. So I'm going to take a nice breath, and if you feel called to, please take a nice deep breath with me. In and out. In attempt at grounding all of those energies, whirling and swirling. And if you feel called, Mercury retrograde is retrograding. That's all I can say. If you feel called to stay, please do. And let me begin pulling. Pre-shuffle, while I was setting up for the reading, the Seven of Pentacles showed up, and Temperance showed up, and at the back of this herbal astrology deck, it was Horsetail Patience, which I think I had sitting before I started shuffling again. And yeah, immediately I had the energy of, 11s and 22s could be very important. I've seen it on the clock now twice. The idea of, that just gave me the 11 and the 22 gave me the multiplying, the multiplication times 2. So kind of, if you're in a state of limbo right now, if you're in a state of waiting for something to come through, there is this energy of however long it takes for it to come through. In that time, how are you still ensuring that you're allowing yourself the right time through the transformation that you're going through right now, and you're giving yourself the grace, forgiveness, compassion, softness that you also need right now in that transformation. I understand how hard it can be to give yourself compassion and to give others compassion when everything is testing you. So yeah, it's a message until we really feel it, right? The collective is gonna keep repeating those energies. Oops, sorry, a card fell. Excuse me. But those energies are gonna keep repeating until they're met. We have, oh my God, I literally just said grace, and grace came out. This swan here is really drawing me in. The swan, for me personally, is a very long-standing animal guide. Which makes me feel that this is something that you've been putting a lot of effort into, a lot of energy into, a lot of kind of holding on and plowing, like going at it, chipping at it, you know. But yeah, I'm actually called to read this card out because I don't think pulled it for myself in a while. So it's 29. I'm gonna read it over. I hope otherwise you are doing well and able to ground in every way you need. All right, so we have 29, Shisandra, grace. So upright, inner beauty, inspirations, euphoria, visions, supernatural powers, and synergy. Jupiter and Venus as the ruler. In traditional Chinese medicine, flavors are seen as energetic symbols within a plant, demonstrating its distinct healing traits. This berry contains all 5 flavors: sweet, bitter, salty, sour, and pungent, directly signaling its all-encompassing and highly medicinal nature and earning it the name Wu Wei Zi, or 5-flavored berry. Perfectly yin and yang balanced. It nurtures all 5 elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, and water, and enters all 12 energy channels or meridians of the human body. I'm gonna pause here because it is a very um, in-depth guidebook, which I recommend if you've been thinking about getting it. But that is so funny and so synchronistic to what I was meditating on prior to the reading, which was kind of the clearing in or the tuning in of the energy centers. And when I said that there's been a lot put into it, it feels like, yeah, you've kind of exhausted all the elements in your surroundings to trying to juice out something that will gain momentum for you. And we have Valerian coming out with acceptance. Oh my gosh. This energy is so intense lately. If you've been experiencing a lot of disharmony in your sleep, you've been experiencing a lot of nightmares or struggles, the universe, truly right now, the guides are saying they are very much working on it. And the time that you're in right now could be extremely desperate, to the extent that you're really overworking. I'm just hearing you're overworking. And you have to accept where you're at. You really have to accept where you're at, and you have to accept the fact that if this is something pesky, consistent, sometimes the nitty gritty details that you get really all consumed in can take away from the larger intense aspects that could be being worked on in your life. I know I'm saying a lot of kind of random stuff. I think in this it's the energy that oh my gosh, something fell. Yeah, things are kind of resurfacing right now for you. And it's been hard for you to get to the place that you need to, basically. A lot of delay, a lot of friction. Nowhere to go. Friction. Yeah, I keep saying friction. I keep saying things going like this up against each other. And pull from the tarot. $44, $22, $212, $212, $21, $22, $123. What do those mean for you? Are you on the verge of something? Spirit, is this energy pertaining to... What is this energy pertaining to? Please give me some clarity. Allow it to come out. Oh yeah. Yep. This is the Five of Pentacles in reverse. You are in you're in the process of really removing anything that was heavy, anything that was weighing you down, and you are extremely release, and you're in a release state right now. Yeah, they're saying the Four of Pentacles. Do not hold on if you're in a release state. Don't hold on. There are things that are happening behind the scenes that you may not fully conceptualize right now. That's okay. It's not for you to conceptualize, right? It's not for you to understand all the time. Honestly, the cards today have been wild. Oh my god, it was 10:10. No lie, when I looked at the clock. 10 of wands in reverse. This is a heavy road. This is insane. The 5 of Pentacles in reverse, the 10 of Wands in reverse coming under valerian, which valerian, if you don't know, is an herb. Like a lot of people use it to help them sleep. It's non-toxic. It's nothing crazy, like that. But you can get valerian tea if you've been feeling a lot of anxiety or if you've been having pain in your body. It's an ancient herb. It's an ancient remedy for things like anxiety and things like nightmares and depression. So it is like, I think the guides right now, I can see like a bunch of your guides and your angels hands like hovering over you right now, protecting you right now. And even to an extent, they're kind of holding on to things that have value of you for you. So they're saying anything that you feel like you have to grasp onto, that you feel like will anything you feel like you really have to grasp onto in the elements. So a passion and a desire or a wish or a material thing, so like a TV or a shoe or a car or a house. Anything that you feel like you really have to hold on to right now, just let it go. Because what is important, your guides are holding on to for you. What is not, they're releasing it for you. They're taking it out. They're not allowing anything. And then they're going to replenish and they're going to replace with the things that are meant for you. So what's meant for you, what's coming up? What's up next? I'm curious on this one, honestly. After all this, after all that struggle, what's next? The Eight of Pentacles, the Star. Healing what you've worked so hard to heal. You're gonna see for the first time all the effort that you've put in isn't for nothing. Not that it ever is, let me say that. So like that could be true for anything, but like the effort you've specifically put into trying to see yourself and strip yourself down and relieve yourself and release yourself, you're gonna come out of it extremely renewed. You have nothing to give, you have nothing to lose in this state. You're done. The tower's over. But it's been an extremely traumatic experience post-tower. And you've been working really hard to get to that post-tower moment. So there is going to be a little bit of a time afterwards where you're going to feel like you're going to need to like withdraw and be by yourself and even learn who you are and recognize the human experience. Any like weird lingering things from the past, like family, relationships, betrayals, cheating, harm. In this, I'm even seeing like when you felt you had to like step out of yourself to save yourself, and you kind of had to not compromise your morals or your values, but like because you were in a certain situation that put you in a really tough spot, you had to go and you had to save yourself because you were afraid that someone was going to come and hurt you or others around you, so you acted from a state of a protection, of a self-defense. Spirit saying it's time to release that. It's done. No more. Nothing like that anymore. It's all done. That's all done. Any like past turmoil with people, relationships, family members, friendships, past workplaces, university, school, college, high school, I don't even know, shop owners, neighborhoods, it's done. On the bottom of the deck, literally 9 of Swords in reverse. Literally Valerian right here, giving the opposite end of this energy, upright. So the fact that it's coming in like that is saying your sleep is going to be protected, especially if you want to and you feel called to move towards more like herbal or more remedies that are um, alternative than you're used to, especially when it comes to like herbs and teas and stuff like that, because that's something you can just get at the grocery store. You can forage or you can figure it out. That I'm open for exploration. Please go into like your roots and what your intuition is feeling. So if you've been hearing like something a lot lately, a certain type of herb, like you've been seeing a lot of rose or you've been seeing a lot of purple or seeing a lot of blue. There's a lot of blue in this reading. And I think the valerian flower is blue or purple. And then I'll just have one last. Lastly, I'm gonna pull into my affirmations deck. For the last message, uplifting energy for my viewers, please. Spirit, what is an uplifting message needed right now? An affirmation that can get all of us through these moments. I think that you feel that you aren't doing the best that you can right now, and maybe there's something to look into that. Like, why do you feel like you're not really functioning or like you're not producing as much as you'd like? So I'd say like give that a little bit of. This is so interesting. It says, I communicate with compassion and then I live in truth. So that's the first. Very red. Wow, very grounded. So if you're really in your head right now, the remedy for that is grounding yourself. So putting yourself in the earth, putting yourself in more like physical activities that get you out of your head. And the fact that it says I communicate with compassion, if there's been a lot of like conflict and a lot of haste and a lot of weirdness, yeah, just set the intention every day, multiple times a day if you need, to have compassion for yourself and others in the moment. And please do call on your guides in those moments and tell yourself that you're trying to communicate with compassion and you're exercising compassion right now. And see where you feel like you could refill your compassion source, because sometimes we can get really fatigued from being over compassionate for others, or you know what I mean. So where do you feel like you're going to gain that compassion back? Is it through being with nature? Is it through writing, journaling, listening to some music, dancing, showering, washing your face, saying affirmations in the mirror, whatever you need? And then I live in truth, which this is one of my favorite cards out of this deck, because I feel like there's, no matter how windy, how crazy your path is, as long as you are authentic, you will reach that point that you're meant to. And yeah, technically the destination doesn't matter, because the destination is written for you already. The universe already knows you're meant to get there. They actually want to see how you get there and how you exercise all of the elements you have within yourself and make a story for yourself. So you're good. Keep talking, keep communicating, keep loving yourself, keep protecting yourself, and know that it's just a trying time for everyone right now. In a few months, it will dissipate, and if not, well, I'm not gonna say if not, because in this, it is dissipating right now. It's dissipating. It's a release and everything for the good. So sending you love, sending you light, sending you good energy, sending you hope, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.